Yo guys, it's JJ here back with another episode. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can add a new hotbar to your inventory. It's going to be separate from this inventory system itself, but it's going to interact with this hotbar. So whenever you have an item in this hotbar, it will show up in the hotbar outside of the inventory. Alright, so let's start off. We're going to start off actually by editing something that we did in the last couple episodes. So see up here in the game controller where it says canvas, we're actually going to change this to the inventory itself. So let's just go into the code. Just go into game controller. Okay, I already had it open. So up here we're just going to change the transform canvas. We don't have to do this, but just to be consistent, I want to change it to inventory just so we know it's inventory. So if you want to know how to mass change everything without having to go in and change everything manually, just go up to edit, find replace, quick find. See, I already got the canvas, so just click down and change it into inventory. Alright, and then right over here it says replace all, and 9 occurrences replaced. So they're all replaced with the inventory. Alright, so that's good. Now we're going to actually add a new object into here. So public transform, and this is going to be hotbar. Oh, just want to make it lowercase just to be consistent. So we get the hotbar there. So everywhere, actually except for here, everywhere except for here where it shows inventory set active true, we want the hotbar to be false or true for if it's false. So right here, we're just gonna go down here and say hotbar dot game object dot set active true. Alright, and then we're just going to copy this whole thing. And up here, Control V, and just change this to false. And then we're just going to paste it down here and just leave it as it is. So save that, Control S to save. Then go back in here, you'll see up here it says inventory hotbar. It actually replaced the canvas because it just took it out because it's not, because we changed the name. So we're just gonna drag the inventory into here, and we're gonna go into the canvas and create a new UI object. It's gonna be an image. We're just gonna take this image and actually lower it down about there. So we want the width to be about 440 and the height to be about 55. Okay, that's pretty good for now. So now just change the sprites to what we always use. Should be the input field background, which is correct. Now we can just fiddle around with the colors. You can pick a color that fits how you want it, or you can even change this image. You don't need this. Just pick it the way you want it. I'm actually gonna take this color right here. And I actually want to change where it is, just to drag it about a little bit lower. And that looks pretty good. 55, 56, 57. Yeah, I'll just go with 55. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Now we're going to change the name to hotbar. Alright. And inside the hotbar, we're going to just create an object, UI image. And we'll leave that for now. Now just go into the game controller, drag the hotbar in. Okay, we got that. That's good. Now we can change the image. So we're going to say get the same sprite. Change the color a little bit. I'm going to take this color right here and make it a little more transparent. Okay, now we want to change where it is. I found out that a size of 40 by, actually no, 45 by 45 is about what we want. So yeah, because we need 9 of them, we need to make them smaller than what they should appear, because when we have this in full screen, these will show up a whole lot bigger than what they look like right now. They'll be like a huge box, but we'll be able to resize this, like we'll be able to have an options menu and resize everything like easily. But for now, we just want to make sure that's big enough, but not too big. Oh, switch it around. Oh, come on. I'll drag you. About 191. Looks pretty good. Now we're just gonna duplicate these. Actually, first we can change the name. So this is gonna be HB HotBar slot and space 1, and then save that. Now we're just gonna duplicate. Actually, just Control D until you get to 9. And then these ones we're just gonna add. Here, what's the first one? This is 0. Yeah, we're gonna add. These are all gonna be 0. So save that, and then plus 47. Yeah, 47. And then just Control. Oh, wrong one. Control take away that one, and then 47. So I'm gonna finish these, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Alright, so I just finished. Make sure you actually, instead of doing plus 47, do plus 48, because I was wrong off one number, and I had to redo them all plus. So if you end up doing that, if you end up doing plus 47 for all of them, you'll have to add, so this would be add 1, the next one will be plus 2, next one would be plus 3, and so on until you get to, I think, plus 7 or whatever. Okay, so after that, actually I think it's plus 8, but after that, just make sure it's centered. It's very easy to center. Just go into the scene, just drag all these, shift over, and then just move it manually, like dragging, and they're easy to center. But after that, we actually want to add some numbers below these. Just for now, you don't have to do this, it's all up to you. But I just want to do it just for testing purposes. So go UI text object, and we're just going to say 1 for the name, and it's going to be 1. So we want to reset these. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna make this about 10 by 10 or 10 by 15.5 for now, and I can zero this out. Okay, so after that, what you want to do is that we're actually going to make it below the slot itself. So take this, and so this should be, okay, that's the wrong one, so just make that 0, and this one should be about, we'll just fill around with it till we like it. So I would say 35, negative 35. Yeah. And then we're just going to click add a component. Click off that. UI effects outline. So this outline is going to be a white outline. Let's see. 0. So 2. Okay, so I'll just do 1 for now. We'll make it more of gray. That's pretty good for now. Okay, so now we're just gonna take this and duplicate it. So just Control copy. Instead of duplicating, just copy it and then paste it, and then drag it into there. And one more. So we're actually gonna rename all of these. So it doesn't really matter whether or not you just duplicate them all at once or all separate times. So just go into this and then change this. So just gonna make sure these are all the same. So 2, 2, 3 is gonna be 3, 3. I'm just gonna do all of these and I'll be back once I'm done. Alright, now I'm done. Now you just want to take this position X and keep it -48, then plus 50. Right. Actually, just make it 0. Just for all of these, just change this position X to 0, and it should fix that. Alright, so now that we got all those, we just want to go into each one of these. Well, not each one of these, we want to just drag them all and put a script on them. So just shift over them, click add component, new script, and this is going to be HotBar. HotBar slot. Alright, create and add. I should have added it to all of them, which it did. That's good. So now we're just going to go into assets, drag this HotBar slot into scripts, go into scripts, go into that, should open it, just reload all. It's good. Alright, so now that we got the script, first off we want to add a couple things. Well, one up here. So using Unity engine.ui. Alright. And now down here we want to just add a couple things. So first off is going to be a public transform. This is going to be original. Okay. Now public transform. This is going to be HotBar slot. Actually, yeah, HotBar slot. And then the next one's going to be public transform this slot. And next one, public transform, and then this one's gonna be a array, and then the array is gonna be items. Okay, now the next one we want is to be a game object. So public game object, and this is gonna be the instantiated object. So this is gonna be when we take the HotBar slot, whatever is in the inventory HotBar is gonna be instantiated into the outside the inventory, that HotBar, the one that we're creating now. So this object, we're just gonna name it instantiated object, or inst object. Instantiated object. Okay, so that's easy enough. So this is going to be a public int, and the int's name is going to be scroll, well, lowercase s, scroll position. Make sure this is a capital. Oh, what did I do there? Okay, so scroll position, and for now that's pretty good. We're not going to use the start function as of now, but I'll just keep it in there because we will be using it in the future. So in the update function, okay, so to start off, we're going to add this little thing. So it's going to be if input dot get mouse, actually no, dot get scroll mouse scroll delta. That's it. So input mouse scroll delta dot y is less than or equal to 1. Actually no, -1. So if we're scrolling down is what this means. If we're scrolling down, actually I can just show you. So we'll do this. Here, I'll just close this up. Okay. So that's good. So print input mouse scroll dot mouse scroll delta dot y, and closing. So just save that. So now when we hit play, it should show up in the console. So I'm just scrolling. I scroll down and it shows -1. If I scroll down hard enough, it'll show more than -1. It'll -2, -3. That's if you're scrolling really fast. Now if I go up, you'll see this right here, 1. So just look at that number. 1, 1. And so if I'm stationary, this number will go up. This is 0. So if I'm just scrolling up way up, this number slows down and this one goes way up there. So if I just click my mouse and if I keep scrolling up, it'll actually show higher numbers. See? It shows 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what if I put my mouse in like free flow mode. Now if I go down, then it'll start adding more to these. So I want to do if it equals -1 or less. And then for the same for the other way. So just pause that. Now we just want to get rid of this. So the y delta is all we want to consider right now, because the x is like for different movement, if it's like for side to side. So I'm just gonna click my mouse in again. There you go. Okay, so so in here, what we want to do is, so if it's less than or equal to -1, we want to say scroll position equals, or plus equals, actually no, we'll just do this, negative. Okay, so if it's going down, we want to minus the scroll position. If it's going up, we want to add to the scroll position. So this will make it so it goes less. We actually might want to start with plus just so we can see what it looks like in the hotbar. So we're just going to start if it's greater than or equal to 1. And then we'll just do this, add plus. There you go. Okay, so if that happens, then the scroll wheel position will equal ++. So we also want to add a couple of statements just to make sure it doesn't go past 10 or less than 1, because then we won't be able to see the hotbar. It won't show anything up on the hotbar when we're scrolling through. It won't show like one's highlighted or less. So after this, we actually just want to add another function, just stating that it has been selected. This hotbar has been selected. So we want to say void selected, and this is basically all it's going to do is okay, so all this is going to do is say whether or not the one is selected or not. So if it's selected, if this slot dot name is equal to okay, so this is where it gets a little tricky. Not really, but just bear with me. So we're gonna say if the name is equal to hotbar. Actually, it's not really that tricky. So slot HB slot space parenthesis, then plus plus, and this is gonna be scroll position plus that. So this is basically saying if the name of this object that is currently this slot is equal to hotbar slot space parentheses plus, so inside these two parentheses is the scroll position number, then it will say that this one slot is selected. So I just make sure it doesn't like. There we go. Okay, so that means this one slot is selected. So we'll change the color. So color. This is where we needed the actually this is where we needed the UI engine or UI Unity engine.ui, because we needed to reference the image state of the object. So this slot dot get component and image right here, C dot color is equal to or equals color dot white. Okay, so if this is selected, this color is equal to color.white. And if it's not selected, else, this will make it so that if we do the else here, it'll make it so that it's deselected. We could also say avoid deselected and add another function, but that's just adding more code than we really need. Unless in the future we needed to go against this and not use this code and go directly to deselected, then we could add that. But for now, we don't really need it. It's your choice, though, to add it. So else, if, actually just do else. Else, it automatically defaults to that. The reason why I don't want to keep this there is because all my other code is formatted the other way, and this automatically defaults to that. I can fix it in the code, but I mean in the preferences, but I haven't found them. I didn't want to mess around with that yet. So else, we'll just say that this dot or this slot dot color. Ooh. Actually, no. That get component image is equals or dot color equals. So this is where we need the original. So original is actually just referencing the original object that has the original color. So we want to go back to that color. There is a way around that just to go back to the color, but it's way harder. You have to get all the hexadecimal color combinations and everything. This is just the easiest way I found it, but you can find an easier way if you really search hard enough. Okay, there we go. So equals original dot get object, right? Get component image and dot color. All right, so that will make this slot image color equal the original image color. So actually, you're just gonna save this and see what this does. So clear that. So going to the slot, we're actually going to add the original. So we need to take one of these, go into prefabs, just drag one of these over, and this we'll just drag into all these. Actually, let's just drag over, shift over all these, and just drag the hotbar slot into the original. So that should be fine. So now in each of these, we're just gonna drag its own hotbar slot. So hotbar slot is gonna be the inventory slot, and this slot is gonna be this. So we'll just do this slot for this, and then go into the inventory, keep this open, hotbar slot 1 will equal hotbar slot. So this should all be, well, this will change for each one, but these two should equal the same number, but they're separate things. So hotbar slot 2, I'll just show you how to do it again. So this slot and this transform. So I'll go through all of these, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. They should all be correct now. So now we can actually just hit play. So we're just going to hit play right here and click E. See, they'll toggle through. And now if you scroll up, okay, what's that? I think I changed something. So okay, I see right here. So we need to reference this. We need to call the selected. So just go up here, click, type in selected. Okay, that should be good. So just save this, and now hit play. So now if we scroll up, it'll go to 1. See right there. Scroll up again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we scroll up again, it won't go back to 1. So now it's like 15, whatever. And we can't scroll back down, so we need to add that. So if you look at the number, it's like 71. If I keep scrolling, it'll go higher and higher. So we don't want that number to go higher and higher. So if I scroll down, nothing happens. Scroll up, it keeps going higher. So we want it to, if it's 10 or above, we want it to go straight back down to 1. So how do we do that? We start by going up here and say if the, actually we want to close this. Is it okay? It's good. Okay, so we go if the scroll position is equal, actually no, is greater or equal to 10, then we'll just say I'm almost tempted to just let it be. So after that, we'll just say the scroll position equals 1. Simple as that. So now we're just going to copy this and put it over here. We could just do an else if, else. Save some space. So else if is less than or equal to -1. Actually, we might not even need to have the -1 in this update function. Actually, in this if statement, because it's never going to go down. It will always go up. So I don't need this right here. So after that, we'll just say selected. So then we'll go down to another, actually wait. We can actually take the selected and shift it down 1, because after everything is going to be always selected. So then we'll just say if, we can actually just copy this whole thing. So much easier. Just copy that paste it in here. Get rid of all this space. Tab, and delete. There we go. So now, if the Y position is less than or equal to -1, then scroll position equals negative. And I will, actually, so now we can do this. So if it's less than or equal to -1, so if it's less than or equal to -1, actually no, 0. We'll just do 0 because 0 will be the start of it. So it's less than 0. Actually, we don't need the negative because it won't throw it off. So if it's less than 0, then the position will equal 10. 9, not 10. There we go. So we should save this and see what happens. So we'll just go into Unity, click play. I said click play. Okay. So now we just scroll up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now if we go back one more, it goes to 9. Awesome. And now we go scrolling up. So up is to 9, down is to 1. Works great. So if you look at the scroll position, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 9. 1, 9, 1, 9, 1, 9, 1, 9. Awesome. So you can scroll as much as you want. Put on like a disco light. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so we fixed that. That's all good. We added that function, so that's awesome. So now I just want to make sure. We can add the functionality to, if we click the number buttons on our keypad or keyboard, if you have a number lock pad on the right side of your keyboard, you can also have that as the number pad or the top of your keyboard. So we'll do both of those just in case. So up here, this is going to take up a whole lot of code in the update function. There is probably a way to get around that, but I haven't figured it out. Probably if I took a couple more moments to check out how you can do it, probably be so much easier and compact. But we'll deal with what we got. So I'm going to say this: if the input dot get key down and key code dot, so alpha 0, alpha 1, these are the keys above your keyboard. So we'll start with those. Alpha 0, no, we'll go with the 1. Alpha 1. If it's alpha 1, then we'll okay. So if it's alpha 1, we want to say the scroll position is equal to 1. It's as simple as that. So copy this and just paste here. Okay, so alpha 2, alpha 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope. Undo that. So we want to duplicate this one more time, so just paste again. 9 and 9. Good. So that's just the keys above your keyboard. So to add the ones that aren't above your keyboard, if you have a number panel to the right side of your keyboard, if it's one of those elongated ones like mine, then you can just go over here and do up. So that's just saying if or. So this is an or. That's how you do or in code. Should be the symbol right above your enter key. It's very simple. Just two of those and you've got or. So then we have to do input dot get key down and the key code. I'm just gonna leave that code dot 1. Actually, no, it's not gonna be key code. It's gonna be key pad. Or wait, is it? Forget what it is. Num 1. You know, it's key dot 1. Dot key code dot number see if I can find it here. Joystick button, all these joystick buttons. Okay, so it's keypad. Okay, there we go. So keypad 1. I was like, this has gotta be here. Okay, so input key, get key down, key code dot keypad 1. So that should be all of that code that you need. So I'm just gonna copy this, go over here, paste it, change this simple thing to 2, and do that for all of these. So paste that. Alright, I'm finished. So that's that. So this should work either way. It did add a whole lot of code, but it should work if whether or not you click your keypad or your keyboard alpha 1 or alpha whatever. So I'm just gonna save this, Control S, go to Unity. Hey, wow, yeah, that happens. Okay, so then I'll just click 4, 2, 7, 9. If I click 0, nothing happens. 6, 4, 8, 7, 4, 2, 1. Whoop, 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 whoop. And now on my number pad, 4, 9, 8, 3, 5, 6, 1, 7, 2, 8. Yep, it all works. And you can just do this, and then nothing will happen. It won't glitch out. It'll just do just as expected. That will be it for this episode. I hope you guys liked the episode. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.